Hello, welcome back. It's day 17 today of our 21-day journey together, and we're getting playful today. So, in all aspects of the practice today, I invite you to just get playful, explore, have fun. We're doing a lot of balancing and kind of moving through different shapes. And so I just invite you to play with it. As always, you have the space to explore your own movement and explore your own practice and find what works for you. So we're getting started right here in a seated position. Grab any props that you need to support your practice. All right, so starting in a comfortable seat, just to ground for a few breaths. Your legs could be crossed, you could come onto your heels, whatever works for you. And just soften your gaze down, maybe close your eyes if that's available to you. And just start by bringing your awareness to your space. Notice what the energy is like around you today. Noticing any sounds, any sensations on your skin. What is the temperature like? Bringing yourself into this space and acknowledging that you have carved out this time and made this space a sacred space for your practice today. And start to bring your awareness now to your breath. How is it moving today? How does it feel? Take a longer breath in through your nose now. And a soft sigh through your mouth. Good. Let our eyelids open. Let's take Janu Shirshasana, extending your right leg out towards the side, bringing the left heel, the left sole of the foot into the inner line of that right leg. Let's stay active through the right foot. Breathe in, take your left arm up overhead. On your exhale, come up and over towards your right side. Just feeling that opening into the side body. Good. From here, we'll take a breath in to come back up. Plant that left hand behind your hips and then sweep your fingertips, your right fingertips forward and up. Press into your left hand, lift your hips up towards the sky. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out, lower your hips down and move into that side bend. That is your flow. Take a breath in, plant the left palm down, sweep right fingertips forward and up, lift your hips, lift your heart. Exhale to lower back down. One more time, side stretch. And last time to plant the left palm down. Inhale, sweep your arms back up, or that right arm up. And exhale to sit the hips down, just settling. And we'll switch sides. So kick the left heel out this time, sole of the right foot to the inner line of the left leg. And starting with both sitting bones rooted into the floor. Take a breath in, reach up through your right arm. Exhale, side bend over towards the left. We'll stay for a breath. Nice. And then planting that right arm behind you, sweep the left fingertips forward, breathe in, reach your hips up, reach your heart up. One breath, one movement as you exhale, lower hips down, take your side stretch. And playing through that flow. Good. One more with your breath. One more, opening through the heart as you inhale. And exhale to lower the hips down. Good. Let's meet in a child's pose now. Take your time to get there, swinging the heels around. Reaching the heart space forward. Allow your forehead to settle. Perhaps setting an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's just inviting in a sense of playfulness. Not allowing yourself to get too hard on yourself or take this yoga practice too seriously. Having fun through the exploration. Full breath in. Full breath out. Extend fingertips forward, energize through your arms. Pull yourself through to a tabletop shape. Cat-cow spine, inhale, let your belly drop down. Exhale, round your spine, press into the mat, puff between the shoulder blades. Stay with cat-cow or play with any other movement that your body wishes to explore, anything that your body's craving. Maybe exploring this flexion, extension, lubrication of the spine in a different way than you usually do. And noticing how that feels when you kind of change it up a little bit. Maybe you might find some new places that, I just haven't been able to get into that kind of side, back area before. Staying for a few more breath cycles, exploring. Good. All right, let's tuck the toes now and float the hips up nice and high for your downward facing dog. Again, exploring any movement that your body's craving, using your intuition to give your body what it needs in this moment. Come forward through to a high plank. Ripple your spine forward. Inhale. Exhale, press your hips up and back. Again, downward facing dog. One more like that. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat to find your forward folds. Good. And then bend into your knees and roll yourself up. Let's come to stand mountain pose. Tadasana. Moving through a one flow sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to fold forward. Lift yourself halfway. Inhale. Exhale to plant your palms, walk, step. Maybe play with a hop back, landing in your chaturanga. Inhale to baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale through to downward facing dog. One breath in. One breath out. Let's walk the hands back towards the toes. Forward fold, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Root down through your feet, rise up. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, hands towards your heart center. Breathe in, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, walk forward, downward facing dog. Inhale through to your high plank. Exhale from knees or not, lower halfway, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Maybe it's baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath in, one breath out. And come up onto your toes on an inhale. Look forward. Maybe play today with hopping through to your forward fold. Maybe it's one big hop, maybe a few little hops. Folding at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Push down through your feet. Rise up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, pull your palms towards your heart center. Release your palms down, mountain pose. So as you continue to explore your sun salutations, you can start to play with maybe hopping back, landing in Chaturanga, maybe hopping forward from your downward facing dog. So I encourage you to continue to explore that. All right, playing now with some balancing. So let's start with weight into the right foot. Actually, I'm gonna face you. So plugging into the right foot, let's pick the left knee up, finding your balance. Good. Maybe you use a wall today. Maybe you just kind of float the arms out towards the side. We're gonna play with just drawing some circles with the knee. So taking that left knee out towards the side, dropping it back and down. You might keep a micro bend through that supporting leg. And maybe even playing with kind of almost bringing yourself off of your center. Yeah, and then let's go in the opposite direction. Good. Playing with balance, noticing how that hip feels as you mobilize it. Good. I'm gonna come back to the top of my mat. So finding that balance now with the left knee lifted forward. Good. Breathe in, reach up through the arms. Exhale, kick your left heel away from you. Good. Draw the rib cage in. Take a breath in. Exhale, sweep back to toppling tree. Arms float back behind you. Roll your palms down. Good. Really flex into that foot. Nice. And finding that focus. Beautiful. All right, from here, bending into the front knee, float the back toes way back behind you. Find your crescent lunge. Sweep your arms up overhead. And land. Good. Soft through the shoulders. Nice. All right. And from here, let's sweep the arms back behind. You can interlace or grab for opposite elbows, maybe taking reverse prayer. And then you're gonna just step that back foot in slightly, almost like a warrior one stance, lengthen the front leg. Breathe in. On your exhale, fold forward, come into your pyramid pose. Your hands could be on your hips. If the bind behind the back doesn't work or doesn't feel good, just play with it. Notice what works for you. Good. And then from here, we can release the hands down. Maybe if you have some blocks nearby, you take them underneath your hands. You can allow yourself to fold forward here, rounding the spine. Good. Roll the right side of your pelvis back. One more breath. All right, moving into a standing split now. Again, if you've got blocks, this is a good place for them. Look past the top of your mat, crawl your hands forward, bend into the front knee and spring off of that back leg. Roll the left side of your pelvis forward and kick up and back through the back of your left thigh. Good. I invite you to play here. Maybe you take one hand off of the floor, play with floating the other hand off. Maybe you play with floating both hands today. Maybe you even wrap one hand or two hands around that bottom ankle, playing with your balance, your stability, and just inviting in that sense of exploration for one more breath. Good. All right, take a breath in, return your hands to the floor. Breathe out, hug that left knee in towards your nose, round your spine, and then drop the left foot down. Come into a forward fold. Maybe it's a little sway. Maybe even flutter your lips. Making some noise. Letting that go. And then when you're ready, roll yourself up. Come to stand once again in mountain pose. Breathe in, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Breathe out, drop them back and down. Okay, let's do that on the second side. And so this time you will plug all of your weight into your left foot. Pick the right knee up and just see what that feels like to balance on one leg. Again, maybe on this side you feel a little bit more wobbly. You might want to use a wall. Let's start to play with those circles. So getting some mobility through the hip. Playing with maybe, again, kind of almost like you're trying to throw yourself off of your own balance. A soft bend through that supporting leg. Move in the opposite direction now. Good. Nice. And then when you're ready, finding that right knee floating forward. Find your balance, stability. Arms reach up overhead on an inhale. Exhale, kick the right heel away from you, nice and strong. Doesn't matter how high it is. Take a breath in. Exhale, sweep back, toppling tree. Exploring this floating. Roll the right side of your pelvis down, flex into that back foot. Good. Hinging into that front knee, now float the right toes down and then sweep your arms forward and up. Land Crescent Lunge. Soft through the shoulders, soft through the base of your neck. Good. And then sweeping the arms back behind you. Again, maybe it's hands to your hips today. You could even play with an interlace of the hands. And then let's hop that back foot in slightly. Taking a warrior one stance, then lengthen your front leg. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold forward, come down about halfway to your pyramid pose. Staying long through the crown of your head. Good. Broaden through your collarbones. One more breath. Release your hands down to your blocks, to your mat. And then allow the crown of your head to just drape forward, maybe rounding your forehead down towards the front leg. Feeling that length across the hamstrings. Good. Okay, coming into our standing split, look towards the top edge of your mat, crawl your hands forward, spring off of the back foot and kick the back leg up high. Good. Roll the right side of your pelvis forward. So if you notice that it's really opening out towards the side, see if you can bring it back to more of a neutral place. And this is where you get to play. Maybe one hand lifts, other hand lifts. Maybe two hands lift off the floor. Maybe one hand wraps around your bottom ankle. Maybe working your way up to two. You might find one leg feels more sturdy. This leg feels a little bit more solid for me today. But just playing with that. Allowing yourself to smile, to giggle, to laugh at yourself if you fall out. One more big breath in. Hands return to the floor as you exhale. Draw that knee in towards your nose, round your spine, and then place that right foot down. Giving yourself a little sway from side to side. Good. And then from here, let's play with getting to the floor through Utkatasana. So sending your hips nice and low. Reach your arms forward. Good. And then maybe keeping the arms lifted. Sit your hips a little bit lower. If you need the hands down on blocks or the floor for support, please take that. Sitting a little bit lower. Playing with floating toes to boat pose. Good. Whew. Sense of exploration, playfulness as you move through these shapes, not taking anything too seriously. Breathe in. Exhale, let's lower all the way down. A wiggle of the hips. Good. All right, hugging both knees into your chest now. And just like you did with those hip circles, we'll do that on our back. So take hold of your knees, let them drop open towards your armpits, and then reach them out towards the side, forward away from you, in together, and draw them in towards your chest. And see if you can just really take a lot of the weight of the legs into your hands. So it's your arms doing most of the work. So the legs, the hips can just kind of release. And then maybe going in the opposite direction. If this doesn't work for you, take anything else that does, exploring what works for you. Good. And then I'll let you explore for the last few moments of practice, listening to your intuition, listening to your body. What is it that you're craving right now in this moment? Is it happy baby? Is it a different shape? Is it just rest? Take what you need. And then when you feel ready, making your way into your final resting shape. Again, whatever that looks like. It could even be a seated position. The more we practice, the more we get to know ourselves. The more we can allow for space to play and explore, as always working from a strong foundation. And really just not taking this practice too seriously, allowing for space to learn and grow. Acknowledge yourself for showing up today. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me and for playing, being open to explore. I look forward to seeing you for practice tomorrow. Have a playful rest of your day.